Your keys to a sober driver could be the decision that prevents a roadway tragedy. Help keep Nebraska roads safe and always drive sober. This message is presented by the Nebraska State Patrol and the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, rain showers are likely throughout the day. We'll see a high of around 44. Tonight, rain showers continue, perhaps a few flurries possible as well. We'll see a low around 33. And tomorrow, a chance of rain, perhaps a little snow in the morning. Then partly sunny skies for the afternoon. We'll see a high of around 43. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Whether you're booking a trip to Lincoln for a football game or a volleyball weekend, the Scarlet Hotel at Innovation Campus is the place for you. The Scarlet Hotel is special on many levels, from the delicious Well and Good restaurant on the main floor to the coolest rooftop patio bar in Lincoln, the Barred Owl, on the top floor of the hotel with great views of the city and one of the coolest drink menus. Book your stay or book a staycation today at scarlethotelnebraska.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. We'd like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And to show our appreciation, Koppel is offering some huge holiday discounts from now until January 2nd. On select new Chevrolet vehicles, we are offering $8,000 off MSRP or 1.9% financing. Yes, you heard right. That's $8,000 off or 1.9% financing on select new Chevrolets. We also have some huge discounts on our new GMC inventory, so stop on in or check us out online at koppelcars.com. Includes finance, trade, and Costco bonus with roof credit. Stock number C2999464.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
WWE Friday Night SmackDown returns to Lincoln, January 12th, 6:45 p.m. Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Let's throw down right now.
See Rey Mysterio, LA Knight, Bobby Lashley, The Street Profits, Charlotte Flair, Io Sky, Carlito, and more. It's WWE's Friday Night SmackDown in Lincoln, January 12th. Tickets start at $25 and on sale now. Ticketmaster.
Have yourself a classic little Christmas this year by giving Nebraska Lottery scratch and lotto tickets as gifts. They're fast, fun, easy, and make great stocking stuffers, party favors, and last-minute presents. Choose from our family of 4 holiday classic scratch tickets with top prizes of $2, $10, $20, and $50,000. And don't forget to pick up tickets for our always popular lotto games like Powerball, Mega Millions, Lucky for Life, Nebraska Pick 5, and more. They'll all make your holidays truly classic. Top prize odds vary by game.
This is the Happy Hour.
You guys going to happy hour?
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America.
Yeah, I'll come for a couple.
Here are your hosts, Nick Sainert.
I want to know what it's like to commit a crime without having to spend time in jail.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
C is for chunk.
Brought to you by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome in. Happy Friday. This is the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert, Austin Orman with you. We're not in the studio on a Friday. It's a little wet outside, a little rainy. We're down here, 11th and L in Lincoln, A1 Automotive. They're getting ready to do something extremely special for someone in the Lincoln community. We're going to tell you all about it. Kendall Warnock, will join us in about 20 minutes or so to tell you all about it and why they decided to do what they decided to do. But as always, 402-464-5685, the Honda Lincoln hotline and the Starter Heyman text line are both open for you guys the entire show today, as well as the Starter Heyman Jewelers live video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Allo Cable Channel 951 are all avenues for you guys to get in touch with the show. We have plenty to talk about, right? Obviously, we all know what today has been for Nebraska football. You got a little Dylan Raiola visiting action. You have the Chargers, who have officially parted ways with their head coach and general manager. You have some other Big Ten programs making waves in the recruiting game. But before we talk about any of that, I have to say hi to my partner in crime today, Austin Norman. What's up, man?
What's going on? It's 11th and L Street where we're at, but a big W on the way.
Absolutely. Yeah, huge victory coming up. I hope it's the first of many this weekend for the great people in the state of Nebraska.
For Nebraska, for A1 Automotive, handing out a huge W. Just incredible stuff.
Exactly. Let's talk a little bit, starting off with last night's match, right? Because we don't want to bury the lead while it's the off season for football, while it's basketball is going on. No, not many people are talking about, hey, guess what? The 8-2 men's basketball team has a game against Kansas State Wildcats squad on Sunday down in Manhattan. But first, let's not bury the lead. Nebraska volleyball gets it done and makes it look easy last night against the Pitt Panthers, who were a fellow 1 seed. Then in the nightcap, you saw Texas, really take care of Wisconsin in the late game. And it was like, all right, you know what? Here we go. Sunday, 2 p.m. in the middle of the day, in the middle of an NFL slate, an NBA schedule. Here we are. And bowl season starts on Saturday, obviously the day before. 2 p.m. on ABC on Sunday. It's going to be Nebraska versus the Longhorns.
Which there's no bad option for Nebraska to play in the national championship. Plenty of storylines between Texas and Wisconsin. Either way, you can drop the story there. But even before that, I posted the LeBron tweet last night with him in the cigarettes. And here's the thing. I was audacious enough to get that made like right as we were getting going with our 2-hour happy hour yesterday, and I scheduled it. There's no other program I could take for granted like Nebraska volleyball, and I was not once worried about that tweet. They win the first set, by 5 points. A tight second set, but you expected Pitt to put us some of a fight. And then the third set, you could tell coming out of that little timeout, that break they take, Nebraska was on a mission and Pitt was just done. Right? Well, like Nebraska goes down 0-2 on the road at Penn State. Don't flinch. Don't blink. I'm not saying Pitt, is a bad team, not by any stretch of the imagination. You can't be and earn a 1 seed, but the talent, Nebraska matched the defense. The offense was firing on all cylinders as well. Pitt looked broken. Like their coach had that sad challenge at the end to try to win that point back.
I thought they were going to win it too, because
I did too.
as they mentioned on the broadcast, if your hair hits the net, it's not a net violation. Any other part of your body or even your jersey at times, it's a net violation. It didn't look like her jersey or any of her body parts hit the part of the net, but nonetheless,
the officials are like, just go home. You guys have tried, congratulations on your third straight Final Four, but this is Nebraska's show. It's not your show. So big congrats to John Cook and the team. Nobody played poorly. Everybody played well. The offense was on. The defense was great. Maybe Nebraska's best performance of the season, but you hope they have one more best performance left.
Right. It really felt, and there's been so many complete performances from start to finish, but understanding the opponent, understanding the stage, and taking all those things into account. It was really impressive what they did last night, right? You want to talk about individual performances. Becca Alec had 10 blocks at the net last night. Once again, 2 straight matches now where she's had double-digit blocks on her own. I said this on the drive earlier this morning. I mean, she's blocking as much as an entire team will in regards to opponents that Nebraska faces. When you look, John Cook, once again, coach of the year for the 3rd time in his career. I said it earlier this morning. I'll say it again. You could tell that Nebraska's been in these situations before, whether it's as a program on a big picture, conversation, or whether it's you zoom in the magnifying glass a little bit and you say, okay, this roster, while they're new to Nebraska and Nebraska's program, they're not new to the big stage. They're not new to the intense environments. And as we heard from Rico and DP, who are down in Tampa, whether it was Rico on the early morning show with Jakes and Sip and AD, or whether it was DP with me and AD and Raf or later in the morning, that felt like a home game last night for Nebraska.
It absolutely did. 19,000 strong, the new record for an indoor women's event crowd set by Nebraska.
Indoor. There's always going to be a little asterisk where there's always going to have to be an indoor word put
attached
there,
to it.
attached to it. They're always going to have to.
Which is fine. But again, Nebraska now has both the outdoor and the indoor record. As we see a Husker Hall of Famer walk in the building, we'll bring the boy Stricky in here in just a sec. But when you talk about the youth stepping up on a stage and not being scared, I look at two things. Number one, only 15 attack errors in 3 sets compared to 22 for Pitt, but also Nebraska cleaned up the serving. That's been a theme for Nebraska, because the serving hasn't been great. And I know it's only a 3-set game, but Nebraska only had 6 service errors, which is a huge improvement for this young team. And, I'm sure Strick can talk about it. The bigger the stage, the more,
Get on there,
the more in tune, the more tightened up you have to be on the little things that add up to the big things. So to be able to take care of serving that well, not give free points away, to see the youth step up and take care of the little things so they didn't turn into big things, I think that's a huge sign of maturity.
Yeah. Watching the game last night as well, and also getting a chance to watch the Texas game. Because obviously, I think that matchup is good for us. That Texas matchup was one that was good for us. Really pulling for them. Wisconsin just looked out of sync. They were out of,
especially in the third set when it was. I mean, it was
1-1.
There was a moment when Texas, I believe, in the third set, they were up. It was like 15-4.
Yeah,
it wasn't even close.
Yeah, and they were out of system all night. They were totally out of system.
Give credit to Texas for that.
Their service was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
One of the things I say is I want to talk to JL. I want Jermaine O'Neal. I want to be able to call him and let him know that we got him.
Yeah.
So that's that's what I'm hoping for. But nonetheless, listen, Nebraska, this is one of the most active scramble.
Yeah.
They were just all around just focused. You can just tell it was like a different type of feel that I felt that I mean, I've seen them play this way, but it just overall their whole game was just right on point.
Yeah, it was really impressive. And as Austin said, cleaned up the service errors and things like that. And we talk about it in the glimpse or in the mindset of Husker men's basketball, right? And that's, I think, what makes Nebraska volleyball so much more special than like this season specifically, because you don't have that veteran that's been there for 4 years to say, hey, this is what we need to do. This is how we need to respond.
Yeah.
Like Lexi Rodriguez has been here and been on the stages, and Merritt Beeson was at Florida and such. But like here at Nebraska with the teammates, it's not an experienced team at Nebraska playing everybody together. So that's what makes the ability to say, hey, let's stop a run right here. Where in Nebraska basketball, we've seen it to where while they're all veterans, they struggle at times to say, hey, we need to who's going to be the player to stop the run at this point.
Yeah, the Nebraska basketball team doesn't have a vocal.
Not right now. Not
they
to
don't
say
have
you
anybody.
can't develop it.
Yeah.
But just not right now.
You know, Bryce is very calm, and he does it by, just his actions. He just goes out and plays the game. CJ Wilcher, very much similar. Casey is an emotional type of guy but not necessarily that vocal force. Rink Mass is just, hard nosed, do the groundwork and just go out and do it. They don't have anybody in that system to be that voice yet. And they're going to need that eventually. I mean, maybe right now, but they're going to need it.
I'll say this on the volleyball team too. Lexi Rodriguez, seems like the longest tenured player on that roster. And I know Nebraska's built on defense, but there's only so much you can do because you need points on the board, right? It's one thing to keep points off the board, but you got to put points on the board. We're still, I think, looking for that signature moment from Allie Batenhorst, from Lindsey Krause, who's been injured working way back in. So while you're waiting for those two to really leave their mark on their program, a la Jazz Sweet before she transferred, Michaela Fecky had her run. This is where you're looking for one of those two that have been in the program to step up, elevate their game, have their defining moment. But if they're role players and we get Harper Murray's moment early, if we get Andy Jackson's moment early, if it comes from a Lauren Stivrins-esque performance from Becca Alex, something like that, that's totally fine. But you're not depending on those two veterans necessarily for, hey, we need you to have the best game of your career right here. All the pressure's on. You have so many other pieces and options available to you.
Yeah, it's incredible when you just look at the depth and the balance of Nebraska volleyball. And those are such cliche terms to use in sports, right? Across multiple sports, whether it's basketball, whether it's football, whether it's volleyball. But speaking specifically with Nebraska volleyball, right? You mentioned it, Austin. Merritt Beeson is certainly the one that they go to the most, and rightfully so. She might be, and this is not an over-exaggeration, the most valuable transfer in the entire country.
Regardless of sport.
Potentially regardless of sport. A lot of people might have said Caleb Williams. A lot of people,
look what that got him.
Right? But Merritt Beeson has been the most valuable transfer in the entire college football or college volleyball world. And we've seen it time and time again in her play. But guess what? Now you're getting towards the end of the season where you're playing the best players out there, the best competition. We saw it last night where they would send 3 blockers against Merritt Beeson. Well, guess what? Not only does Nebraska have their starting outside hitter banged up in Lindsey Krause, so they're playing what technically was a backup just 4 or 5 weeks ago in Allie Batenhorst.
And she shows up.
She's going to go out and show up.
She showed up.
And guess what? She was the National Gatorade Player of the Year coming out of high school, out of Houston, Texas. So, I mean, you look at just the balance and depth, and while it's a cliche to say all those things, it's so accurate, and it's such an easy way to define what Nebraska volleyball is specifically this season.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the door open for Jordy Ball to see if that might be one.
I'm absolutely right.
I'm just gonna leave the door open on that right now.
But specifically for volleyball, it's hands down,
and she's done it with such grace, such class. And here's the thing: you mentioned the triple team. This goes regardless of sport, right? I mean, for volleyball, if you're getting triple teamed, in football, if you're being bracketed as a star, in basketball, if you're sending a double team blitzing to take the ball out of your hands. Those other players then have to step up, right? Yeah. The star has done their job. They put in their work. They're still going to get their swings, their shots, their targets, whatever it is, because they're just that good. They deserve it, even if they're being double, triple teamed. Yeah. But we know you want to attack one-on-one matchups. You want to find that advantage for someone else. So then it becomes more important for those role players then to step up and take advantage of those one-on-ones. Because if you have to play straight up on a superstar, they're going to win that 80, 90 plus percent of the time. So if you can have your role players step up, win 75% of their good opportunities, shift the defense back that way a little bit, make it more honest, that makes life so much easier for the star to play like a star in those big moments.
Well, one thing I will say, though, I don't have my notes in front of me, but the libero for Texas is absolutely phenomenal. Yeah. Like, she dug out over 20 digs in that game against Wisconsin, and she was really the one. Like, say what you will about, the hitting and the blocking of Texas, but she was phenomenal, and I don't have her name in front of me right now. But my gosh, if they're able to play like that, then like you said, you have to be creative. You have to be able to come out the back row. You have to be able to get some, some slides and just different things like that.
So one thing that we saw last night, right, from Texas, they love to set the back row. And they have a player in Maddie Skinner, who she actually won a natty back in 2020 with Kentucky. Her sister played with the Kentucky Wildcats. She went to Kentucky, then transferred to Texas.
Because is that Craig Skinner's family?
Yeah. She's won one national title, but she's played 3 different positions in all 3 seasons. So now here she is.
And her service aces were phenomenal.
She can swing out of the back row. She loves to take shots and swings out of the back row. So that's something Nebraska's going to have to do, right? That's where Becca Alex going to have another double-digit type of block game, right?
And they got to pass. They got to pass well because their service game is
And one thing that Texas will do, the same thing Nebraska does, right? If they sense a weak link in the terms of like receiving the serve, then they're going to go right at them time and time again. We've seen them do that to Harper Murray at times, right? Where Harper has struggled to maybe on the serve receiving side of things, but she's made up for it in obviously her swings and her attacking.
One thing I will say about Nebraska that was phenomenal in their scrambles, right?
Yeah.
When they're out of system, they're passing to get them in a position to be able to get a good swing on the ball.
Yeah.
They made so many scores just out of that.
A lot last night. Allie Batenhorst, I mean, once
out of
again,
system hits.
We can't say enough about the depth of it, but then also like as somebody that as we cover the Husker volleyball program, and obviously Rico and DP are down in Tampa, and huge shout out to the folks at A1 Automotive for sponsoring our Final Four coverage from down in Tampa, Florida.
Shout out. I get my car done here regular, and they do great work.
It's unbelievable.
So come down to A1 Automotive and let them take care of you because they do great work.
Well, and once again, 11th and L Street is where we're at. We're hanging out in the shop, if you will. We got 2 of their loaner cars behind us. They're going to be just doing something really cool for the community, for someone special in the community here at about 12:45. So we'll tell more about that here in the next couple of minutes. But I think like as folks that cover the volleyball program here and pay attention, and I think this thought has and curiosity has crept into the minds of Husker fans. What does it look like next year, right? You have an extremely talented couple of players coming in the recruiting class. It was a lighter recruiting class than usual because of the youth on Nebraska's team. But they're going to have to figure out a way to make room. And it's incredible because a lot of times you'll see, all right, schools and youth programs will say, all right, we need to part ways because of talent reasons. That's not the case. The players that leave Nebraska are going to be able to go to other nationally prominent programs,
And
which
be
is
starters.
is so fascinating.
Yeah.
It's so, I mean, because that's the thing is I mean, I'm not trying to like bring, but like Allie Batenhorst or Lindsey Krause, right? That's one of the positions you look at and say, well, is the other one comfortable staying, right? And you have Skylar Pierce coming in, who's the number 1 overall recruit in the country, and it's like there's just not enough room. Tell me which program Allie Batenhorst or Lindsey Krause is not starting at.
It's a great problem to have, right,
It's
Austin?
an incredible
That's
situation.
problem to have, right?
It's an incredible situation.
Yeah.
Tell me there's not another program in the entire country where there's backups just sitting behind saying, yeah, I'm good sitting because we're winning national titles.
The setter from Texas, wasn't at one time she was they were high on her here at Nebraska, wasn't it?
Well, there's a former
blocker.
Husker. Well, yeah, but there's a former Husker actually on the Longhorn squad.
Okay.
Keona Leakana is on the roster, and I saw somebody on the text line mention that. Akana, her brother plays football for the Longhorns, but we saw her make plays last night against the Wisconsin Badgers. She's obviously, I think she won a title with Nebraska. If I remember,
played
correctly.
in that natty.
She's at least played in that natty. Yes, where they lost to Wisconsin. She played it. She's not. I mean, she's used to this, right? And so on Sunday, it's going to be a matchup of, I think, Stricken, correct me if I'm wrong here, poise, who can keep their composure, who can
minimize runs,
minimize damage, and like that's going to be such a big situation and controllable that you have to figure out a way to get it done. And Nebraska, I think you feel pretty confident about it if you're a fan of the Huskers. Let's go ahead and take a break. 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline and the Starter Heyman text line, both open for you guys the entire show today, as well as the Starter Heyman Jewelers live video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Allo Channel 951. We're going to bring on Kendall Warnock of A1 Automotive, and he's going to talk about what we're doing today. Why are we even here? We'll bring on Kendall, our good friend of the station, coming up next. You're listening to the Happy Hour from A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street in Lincoln, right here, 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Problem gambling affects millions of Americans daily, of all ages and walks of life. If your loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
So I switched my insurance to State Farm, and get this. I talked to an actual State Farm agent who lives in my actual town. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town gave me actual help with the coverage I needed. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town who gave me actual help actually knows my name. And get this. They actually say it's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Kreekak, at 402-474-1173.
It's Teddy Bear Toss Night at the Icebox this Friday night as the Lincoln Stars host the Tri-City Storm at 7:05. Bring a teddy bear to the game and toss it on the ice after the Stars score their first goal of the game. All bears will be donated to community action to benefit local children in need this holiday season. Purchase your tickets now for Teddy Bear Toss Night at LincolnStars.com.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Is your furnace or heat pump ready for winter? Call Bryant to schedule your home heating check. Comfortable, safe, efficient. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111.
The holidays are right around the corner. This is a great year to give your family and loved ones the gift of shoes to encourage them to stay active. Fleet Feet Lincoln fits you properly for shoes, and they offer a free group that meets 3 days a week, plus other training programs and a walking group on Mondays. Get healthy, stay healthy with proper shoe wear from Fleet Feet Lincoln and a group of friends that will support you and keep you accountable. Start your health adventure at Fleet Feet Lincoln at 77th and Pioneers.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com or visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
I'm Sergeant Jones with the Nebraska State Patrol. Driving drunk puts everyone on the road at risk. In Nebraska, over 30% of all roadway fatalities occur in alcohol-related crashes, and every one of those could have been prevented. The decision to give your keys to a sober driver could be the decision that prevents a roadway tragedy. Help keep Nebraska roads safe and always drive sober. This message is presented by the Nebraska State Patrol and the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert.
I don't believe you people.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
What do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people?
Sponsored by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. We're at A1 Automotive, 11th and L here in Lincoln. Nick Sainert, Austin Orman back with you. Stricky, appreciate him stopping by for a while. Rashawn was in the building as well. And now we're joined by the most popular man in the building. Kendall Warnock of A1 Automotive joins us. Kendall, what's up, man?
Hey, it's good to be on with you guys today. Appreciate the remote here at the shop.
Of course.
It's always good, to be on with you guys, but also because of why we're here. And we're here because we partnered with an organization called Chariots for Hope, to give away this Honda Accord that we're all standing and sitting next to someone in need. So again, being a part of the community, being able to give back in the community is a big deal for us. And we're just grateful to be here.
I'm turning the camera around on our Starter Heyman Jewelers live video stream so folks can see we're sitting right by the Honda Accord that Kendall
looks beautiful.
It looks really good. I mean, talk about the process here, Kendall, because this isn't the first time that you guys think, Stricky. This isn't the first time that you guys have done something like this. So talk and walk us through the process of, number one, why? Why in the world would you do something like this? And number two, just walk us through the process of how we got to here we are on December 15th, and you're getting ready to give away a car.
Well, we've done that for the last couple of years, but like Eric and I were talking about before we jumped on here, what is success? What is success to all of us? What does that mean to all of us? It's different for all of us. Everybody in this building says success is a little bit different, but success for us and for me is how can we be impactful in somebody else's life? And that's from the jump, guys. I'm not the smartest guy in terms of business acumen, but I think over 13 years of business, what I've always reverted back to is how can we be impactful? How can we make a difference in someone's life? And we've done that time and time again over the years. So this process is a little bit different because I partnered with a good friend of mine, Andrew Carlson, who's in the building right up there in the white. Nice. And we're Northeast Nebraska guys. And we thought, okay, what are we going to do? How can we be impactful? And how can we give back to the community? We partnered with this organization called Chariots for Hope. So Chariots for Hope, supports people that are trying to get back on their feet, whether it's the challenges that life presents all of us right now, whether it's marital challenges or any challenges that somebody is going through, they help them get back on their feet. And then they try to eliminate the issue of their transportation or not having transportation. So fast forward to this Honda Accord, Andrew, we talk regularly. We connected about 6 weeks ago, and we thought, okay, let's partner with this organization called Chariots for Hope again. People will be showing up here momentarily to cheer us on here and give this vehicle away. And then we thought, okay, we find a vehicle and we give it an automotive health check, a checkup. So Andrew found this Accord. We got it to the shop, and we did a significant amount of work to it to get back to a healthy status right now. So, the entire process, it's just the blessing of being able to be a blessing, I think is, and they call these giveaways a blessing. And we're just hoping to be super impactful today.
I mean, it's so special. Once again, we're down here, A1 Automotive, 11th and L, and that's a big part why we love to partner with you guys down here, is because the sense of community and figuring out a way. I mean, for us, it's how can we speak on it, right? How can we use our microphone as power, as a privilege to do good things? And here you are in the repair business, in the automobile business, figuring out a way to give it back. I mean, a car, Kendall.
Well, and again, we this is the right thing for us to do. I mean, we don't want a lot of we don't really care for the recognition, but we do want to bring some notoriety to it, and we want to emphasize the fact that, okay, if we're doing it and we can do it, and God's put it on our hearts to help others. Let's see if we can get this thing cranked up in other businesses, whatever they can do, whatever they can generate, can maybe be impactful, and not just around Christmas. It's not around. It's not about the season they're in. It's the totality of the season of the year. How can we make a difference?
And it's not just you, it's your staff, right? It's one thing for you to have an idea, you and Andrew, to work with that and partner with it, but talk about your staff, the job they did on this car. I mean, obviously you guys are busy, you have other projects to do, but to set aside their business working time to get this car ready.
So when we that's a great point. When we start to talk about something like this in a giveaway, I bring the team together. If it's at the end of the day, it's at 5:30, I get here and I'm like, okay, guys, here's my idea. Because you're right. If you don't have the team involved, you guys have such a great team down at 93.7 The Ticket. If they're not involved and if they're not engaged, you can't go very far. You can't go very far alone. We all know that. So when we got this car, we knew it had some issues. We knew it had an air conditioning issue. We know that we don't need air conditioning right now in December in Lincoln, Nebraska. But this individual, this lady that we're about to bless, we'll want it this summer. So we had some AC issues. We had a power steering issue. We had some brakes that needed to be replaced. But again, if you don't have buy-in from your team, you're not going to go very far. You can't go very far alone. So when I brought this idea up to them, when we see a number of cars a day, and I thought to myself, okay, we've got a timeline of about 2.5 weeks before we get this thing, give this thing away. So we have to create time. So what that means is, we all had to give a little bit more in terms of our time. We stretched our 7:30 to 5:30 to 7:15 to 6 a couple of days, just so we could get this ready for this young lady. And again, you just it takes a team effort. You know that.
It's one thing to give away junk, right? But it's another thing to put that time, that effort in to make it, better than you found it. And transportation's a huge deal, right? I mean, we all have stuff to do, and just the freedom that having, not just a car, but a good car in working condition. Like, you guys work on all sorts of cars. I'm sure you see people come in and they're stressed out about their car, their situation, but to be able to give away a working car that's not just freedom, but peace of mind with it as well.
And you think about the challenges that we have, that all of us have, that everybody in this building right now has. And you're like, okay, this is tough. Like, I'm in a tough position, whether, all the things that we deem as challenges. What if we didn't have a vehicle? Like, what if we didn't have a warm home? What if we didn't have a refrigerator full of food? And we try to instill that in our kids and all of us. Like, we are super super, super, super blessed. Like all of us in this building, we have what we need. And if you don't have what you need, and if you have challenges with transportation, like how can you provide for your family? How can you provide for yourself? It's just, again, we're just super, like I say, grateful a lot, guys. But we're super grateful to be in these spaces and partner with really great humans like you two and the ticket to get this thing cranked up today.
Well, and that's what I was just going to say. We're going to get Kendall out of here because it's about to be showtime in about 5 minutes or so. But here's the deal. I mean, folks at Chariots of Hope call this a blessing, this gift, the giveaway, call it a blessing. Well, I think we're all receiving a blessing today, just being a part of it. We're excited to be here, Kendall. You always know where to find us. We always know where to find you, man. And you and your team, you, Kurt, the rest of the guys, they all do. I mean, you guys do great things for the Lincoln community, which obviously we're us at 93.7 The Ticket, DP, Rebecca, and our whole crew. We love to work and work with the community. So once again, A1 Automotive. And by the way, now that I can say it in person on the air, thanks for sponsoring Final Four coverage from Tampa,
Get
Florida.
Rico out of our hair.
You did more for us than ever.
I knew you guys wanted to get Rico out of here for a few days. So let's put him on a bird, get him down to Tampa.
There it is.
Get another dub tomorrow. No,
Sunday.
Sunday. And bring that thing home, ladies.
Let's do it. So yeah, huge thanks to A1 Automotive for their support. Just at the station as always. Great people over here. 11th and L Street in Lincoln. We're getting ready to give away a Honda Accord. A blessing from Chariots of Hope. A1 Automotive, 93.7 The Ticket. Let's get out of here. We'll take a break and be back in a few moments right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, rain showers are likely throughout the day. We'll see a high of around 44. Tonight, rain showers continuing, perhaps a few flurries possible as well. We'll see a low around 33. And tomorrow, a chance of rain, perhaps a little snow in the morning. Then probably sunny skies for the afternoon. We'll see a high of around 43. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Join Planet Fitness now and get the PF Black Card for only $24.99 a month. You'll enjoy an upgraded experience with tons of perks.
Like access to more than 2,000 locations worldwide?
Yep.
And massage chairs?
Yes.
Can I bring a friend every time?
Sure.
Can my friend be a horse?
Nay. Sorry. Get the PF Black Card and feel fit-tacular. Only $24.99 a month. Our most popular membership, the PF Black Card, is your ticket to getting all the perks. Join today. See Club for details.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
It's Teddy Bear Toss Night at the Icebox this Friday night as the Lincoln Stars host the Tri-City Storm at 7:05. Bring a teddy bear to the game and toss it on the ice after the Stars score their first goal of the game. All bears will be donated to Community Action to benefit local children in need this holiday season. Purchase your tickets now for Teddy Bear Toss Night at LincolnStars.com.
When you think of places with tons of great beer selections and amazing food menu in Omaha, the conversation should start and end with Bärschen Beer Garden in Benson. With more than 30 beers on tap, including several German options, you're sure to find something you like. And don't forget their Nashville hot chicken sandwich or any of their delicious hamburgers. Start off with the warm house-made pretzels and you're on to a great day at Bärschen Beer Garden in the heart of Benson in Omaha.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
New year, new career. The new year is just around the corner. Why not start it off strong with a new career? General Excavating is looking for qualified underground utility project managers. Check out our website, generalexcavating.com, or call 402-467-1627 for more information. Happy holidays from General Excavating.
The holidays are right around the corner. This is a great year to give your family and loved ones the gift of shoes to encourage them to stay active. Fleet Feet Lincoln fits you properly for shoes, and they offer a free group that meets 3 days a week, plus other training programs and a walking group on Mondays. Get healthy, stay healthy with proper shoe wear from Fleet Feet Lincoln and a group of friends that will support you and keep you accountable. Start your health adventure at Fleet Feet Lincoln at 77th and Pioneers.
Old School with DP and J.
We got a special guest in. We got Jason Peters.
All that's being asked of you is everything. Like, you have to give everything that you have to that program, to that team. If you want to be a champion, that's the only way, right? I mean, you have to commit to every lifting session, every strength and conditioning session, during the summer, during the spring, whatever it may be. It just has to be 100% commitment by everybody.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary.
This isn't the real Caesar's Palace, is it?
What do you mean?
Did Caesar live here?
No.
I didn't think so.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back in. Happy Hour 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. The room is piled in or filled up. You wouldn't know it because they're getting ready to speak and do a little talk before they give away the Honda Accord. It's truly remarkable what Kendall and Chariots of Hope, A1 Automotive, everybody involved has done today. So it's a really exciting day here as they're getting ready to give away or bless, as they like to call it, a Honda Accord that looks really nice, honestly, Austin.
It's sleek. They were pointing out the scratches on it. I'm like, I can't even tell.
I know. They were
what
like,
scratches are you talking about?
They were like, yeah, we got a couple scratches on it. I'm like, if I saw that on a used car lot, I'm like, you know what? I'm sitting there. I'm in. Yeah. I'm all good for it. So I mean, just a really, really cool atmosphere. There's probably about 40, 50 people here, just starting to pile in. And every time you hear a little ding, somebody else is coming in and being a part of this, amazing experience. And so once again, huge thanks to A1 Automotive, obviously, but also Empire Fence and Netting and Wingstop for sponsoring the Final Four coverage down in Tampa. A1 Automotive, you heard their name on our station for a very long time.
They're walking around with milk coffee.
Yeah. They're walking around with milk coffee. It's people helping others and each other. And so, I mean, it's just such a great and exciting thing to be a part of. We're excited. They're about ready to give this one away to a very special person and deserving woman in the Lincoln community that certainly needs a car. So once again, 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline and the Starter Hayman text line are open for you guys the entire show today. The happy hour, I should say, and Adam Carricker, we just flopped. So we could be here in person while Adam will do from the 1 o'clock hour It's going to be Carricker from 1 to 2, and then Austin
Normal.
Austin will join you guys from 2 to 4 with Stricky. Stricky's also in the building. Rashawn stopped by for a while, so it was great to see them throughout the course of this afternoon, a rainy afternoon, but man, there's a lot of smiles here at A1 Automotive.
So here's the thing. Like rain, you think, oh, it's doom, it's gloom, it's sad, it's depressing. But here's the thing. Rain can also be that fresh start, right?
Bingo.
And that's what I think what this car is, right? To be able to give this young lady, a new outlook on life, a new, way to improve her situation, just make life simpler for her. I'm thinking the rain is perfect. Like, let's just give her a fresh start. That's exactly what A1 Automotive is doing. And it's just incredible symbolism if you think about it a slightly different way.
I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right. Let's get to the text line. Chuck from Des Moines says, shout out to Kendall and the team at A1. Great work, man. Your generosity is a blessing. Ticket Notorious BIB says, the ticket has amazed me this year, the way they can raise money for local programs. Keep it going, guys. I'll be honest, Notorious BIB. It's us, yes, and we're thankful to be a part of it. But it's the community, man. I mean, whether it's through the 1890 initiative, whether it's through charities and fundraisers, we're excited to be the host of a Link to Literacy fundraiser later today that we're going to tell you more about throughout the course. That's going to be happening this afternoon from 2 to 6 p.m. down at the Ticket Mill location. So if you're not doing anything, make sure you stop on by 2 to 6 p.m. Look at Stricky. He's just filming right in the middle of everything. Stricky's just standing in the middle of the circle. But nonetheless, I mean, just it's yes, the ticket, and we're thankful to be a part of the ticket each and every day, but it's you guys.
I mean, we like to give back when we can, but also we're young. All the money and all the the cars aren't coming out of our checkbooks, right? So we're just telling you about it. It's you guys who are responding. It's you guys who are stepping up as members of this Lincoln community. Like Kendall was saying, that you're taken care of. You sleep well at night, and so for you to recognize that and to partner with us in all of our partnerships. I mean, we're just telling you about it, but it's you guys who are answering the call, stepping up to the plate, and we could not be more grateful for you and our response, giving us opportunities to do more of these and help more people.
John says, that's great, guys. Giving away a car, that's really nice. Appreciate you, John, for listening. Eric says, yeah, Nick literally does nothing, and that's darn right, Eric. I don't. I'm a small cog in the wheel, and the car is Lincoln. And so here we are. Let's talk a little sports as we wrap it up, right? And we get ready. We're going to have to get out of here in a few minutes. Let's not bury the lead. Dylan Raiola is visiting. He's in town, right? This is a big opportunity for Nebraska to change the directory and inject this fan base with even more hope of the Matt Rule era if they're able to flip Dylan Raiola from the Bulldogs to the Huskers.
He does not leave Lincoln without those commitment papers signed. Even though Wednesday is signing, they sign those papers ahead of time, have them printed out, laid out on the table.
Laminate
them. You go NIL deal.
You got to laminate them.
Exactly, right? Well, sign them and then laminate them.
Yeah.
Right? You can't laminate and then sign it.
Sign
It
it with an
rubs off.
expo marker. Just, oh, no. Dylan,
Kirby says, no, it rubbed off. I see it.
Hey, Dylan, we need you back in Lincoln. Your expo marker was
rubbed
it rubbed off the paper. We need you back in Lincoln.
Someone by the name of Harburg.
Took
an extra. No, I don't know. But that's the thing. You signed the letter of intent. You signed the NIL deal. You sign if you're Nebraska, then you sign the check for whatever it costs.
Papers. I'm moving into the dorms.
Right. You do not let him leave campus without a signature.
I mean, you think about just the timeline of events, specifically with Dylan Raiola, right? I mean, what a long journey it's been. I'm pretty confident individually, personally, and folks got on us yesterday, Austin, for the whole Kyle McCord news, but I'm pretty confident here individually and personally that, hey, you know what? It's going to be hopefully some good news by the end of this weekend. I'm excited for what's to come. It's just an exciting time here in the city of Lincoln, in the state of Nebraska, for Nebraska football fans. Also, Kansas State, Nebraska basketball plays at Kansas State down at the Bramlage Coliseum on Sunday. Sunday's a big day for Husker Nation.
Stricky and I are talking all about it. We'll recap a little bit of volleyball, but we're going to get into what are the expectations if Nebraska does land Raiola? What's reasonable? Get excited, but don't go overboard. And then for basketball, I mean, they're 1-2 in this 4-game stretch. What does this game number 4 mean against a team that was surprisingly good last year, dealing with some turmoil and controversy a little bit right now? Nebraska's got a great opportunity to, I don't even want to say salvage, but the vibes were bad after Creighton and Minnesota. To beat Michigan State, follow it up, right? It's what's next. Follow it up with a win, be 2-2 in this stretch. You still feel like you're in an okay position.
And then guess what? There's two, what you would expect to be cupcakes against South Carolina State and North Dakota coming up as well. We're going to get out of here. Bach, appreciate you running the show. And huge thanks. We cannot say enough about the fine people over here A1 Automotive, 11th and L in the heart of downtown Lincoln. Now that we moved downtown, we're so close to all of the businesses that we always partner with. It's great to be able to just stroll down the street. And A1 Automotive, 11th and L, we're getting ready to help them give away and bless somebody with a fixed up, a ready to roll, ready to drive out this building Honda Accord here in just a few minutes. So we're going to get out of here. Adam Carricker is up next right here, 93.7 The Ticket. Huge thanks to Austin, Strick, Vershawn, Kendall, Warnock, everybody for coming in.
Chariots of Hope.
Chariots of Hope. They put the big bow on the hood. We're ready to do this in just a few minutes right here. Thanks for joining us. 93.7 The Ticket. We are out.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview,